another edition of KAM Lunch Break.
KAM Lunch Break.
Hey. So you joined us again.
I am with you forever. I got a question for you though.
Okay, here you go. Here you go. I should have had a joke. I didn't have a joke today.
Can you open up
I
the shirt? I feel like when I look at the color on your shirt, I just want to say Wakanda forever. That's all I want to say.
You know what? I'm giving y'all the full. It says hope.
Well, I just feel like Wakanda forever when I see it.
Listen, I'm giving you guys the full Black History Month version of myself today because that's what we do. It's a new month. It's a new month. We're into September.
The year is
the ninth month of the year. This year has gone so fast. Can you believe it?
Yes.
It is the 9th month of the year. It's already September 8th. I can't even believe it. It's moving.
Look what God has done for me. He has helped me deal with you for the last 9 months.
I know. Let's just let everybody know Pastor Jared is not on vacation because it was his birthday. He just celebrated birthday a couple weeks ago. But he's been doing some work stuff. So the Saints done gave me Casby. And here we go. And we are together. So thank you, Casby.
Time out. You would not just say they gave me Casby. Like
they gave me Casby. They
you like on the last resort. I am the Casby Williams.
Dr. Casby Williams.
Dr. Casby Williams.
I mean, it's fun with you. Your yoke is easy. The burden is light. But I enjoy Casby, we always have fun, be it in person or on the lunch break. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you didn't already share this, please share this. We want this lunch break to go viral. We want to make sure that you are telling the good news of what's going on at KAM. We got a lot of stuff going on at KAM.
Yes.
Man, it's hard for me to keep up with it.
So much going on. You want me to start talking, or you want to start talking? Because I want
you to start talking. Tell us. What is going on?
All right. So, like Bishop Gates like his church to be active in the community, actively in the four walls, outside of the four walls. So let me see what I want to talk about first. Let's just say that we have a job fair, right?
We got a job fair. People need jobs.
People need jobs. Listen.
There are so many people hiring. This is the time to get a job. Tell us about it, Casby.
Let me see. Where's it at? That right there, right?
Yeah, we've got the graphics. We've got the graphics. Right.
Everybody give it up for Brother Norm with the graphics today. So we have a job fair September 25th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a community job fair. It's going to be food trucks, resume prep, and more. We have Dress to Success to help people, young people. Yeah, I know we're in this casual stage, but you might need to put a towel or a button up, tuck your shirt in, leave the Air Forces at home and try to get some dress shoes and come to an interview. I like the Air Forces, but, in a professional setting, you might want to go ahead and put on them Stacey Adams as your grandma got you for Christmas last year. So.
And that's a good reminder to all of us. I was in a meeting at work today, and since we've been, working from home, and most of us are still halfway doing that, when you go into meetings, people are dressed in all kind of ways. Sometimes people are wearing polos, sometimes people are wearing button-ups, but it's good to kind of have some kind of guidance on what to do. And lately, these jobs, restaurants, I know here in Detroit, a lot of them are closed down. We just heard one of our favorite donut shops closed down because we just don't have enough people working. So please come out. There is hiring going on.
Yes. And let me just add to that. The Lord is blessing us in this season, but I just want to put that in an atmosphere that you can't live off the government forever, everybody. You got to get a job, right? So go ahead and get your foot in the door and let's get a job and let's move forward because Shonda want to go back and get her donuts. So
I want to get my donuts. Not only that, Starbucks is drive-through only. It's like 50 people in the drive-through line. You can't even go in. I got my drink made wrong again, and it was so terrible. I couldn't even go and get a redo. So let's see what other things we got going.
And the job fair is open to anybody, 18 and older. But whether you have a background, criminal background, no background, come out. It is something there for you to make yourself better.
Awesome. One other thing I want to share, two things I want to share that's going on. This is the intercampus event. We have a leadership conference. So you might think I'm not a leader. Well, if you support a leader, if you're in the leadership of a ministry, this event is for you. It is Saturday, September the 18th. It is Saturday, September the 18th. And it is at KAM Indy. It starts 11 a.m. and it runs to 4. We will be in person, physical. Many of us from Detroit are traveling, or you can catch it on Zoom. But if you can come in person, this will be an in-person and an on-Zoom event. And it gives us an opportunity to talk about some of the things that we want to do going to the end of the year and next year. We get to buddy up with our ministry leaders and see some of our friends that we haven't seen and try to put some great things on our calendar, because we are still in the pandemic. We're still in a virtual space, but it's really important for us to provide good programming to our church ministry. And if you have ideas, bring them. We are not the type of church that don't want to hear. We want to know, what do you think is going to work well to our ministry? So bring that. Leadership Retreat at KAM Indy 918 at 11 a.m.
That's dope. That's dope. Before we move on, we forgot something, Shonda. We totally forgot about the worship experience this past Sunday.
Oh,
the first Sunday, Labor Day weekend. Listen, you know what I love about God?
What do you love?
Is that even though we're in different campuses, pretty much we have members all over the country now.
Yes.
And God somehow in his power, his omnipotent power, is able to touch us on an individual basis. Every time we go into worship, like, he touches us by the word that Bishop gives him. And it never ceases to amaze me how God can just touch all of us at the same time, from Detroit to Indy to Marion, Texas, Georgia, DC, California, Canada. Like, the way God uses our pastor to keep us encouraged and strengthened is just, it just blows my mind. It just blows my mind.
I agree. One thing that I've learned in this virtual experience is we get out of it what we put into
Absolutely.
it. A post that went kind of viral yesterday. So one of my Facebook friends posted, and they said that, can your church survive the next year? Can your church survive another year in this virtual space? And many people were like, no, we're sick of it. We're over, virtual worship and, these virtual conventions. And some people were like, yeah, it's what you make of it. And I honestly have to say that. I'm not just saying that because, I'm a supporter of KAM. There are other churches that are doing it right, but it's not just about doing it right. It's about our heart. Lord, condition my heart so I'll be able to receive this word wherever I am. We have really made our homes a sanctuary, and these services are hot. We had a great service this past Sunday, and Detroit is going to do it again. Detroit is going to do it. We are having our service on Sunday. We normally have it on second Sunday, but this month we're having it on third Sunday, a.m. and p.m. service, Sunday, September the 19th. Be there. We will be streaming at 6 p.m., but we will have 2 live services, one at 10 a.m. and one at 1:30 p.m. So please make sure you're there. And last but not least, this is a secret. This is something new. You guys haven't heard about this. We are doing a Go Green campaign. And the reason why we're doing a Go Green campaign, because it's so important to focus. Yeah, green. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Yes. We are going. Is that supposed to be green?
It's supposed to be green. It looks like it's green.
Well, we appreciate that. Okay, so we're doing a Go Green campaign. That means we are going to focus on recycling, renewing, and reusing. So listen, if you throwing away stuff, that ain't what we want you to do. We want you to learn to recycle. There'll be workshops. There'll be information on how to recycle. Make our church a green church. Make our families more green. Stop using styrofoam. It never composes. You can't use styrofoam. So we're going to talk
me and my family alone. Don't talk about us. That's what we do at family picnics. Now, come on.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to move toward more paper, my own self and my family. So we're gonna talk about Go Green.
You can get 100 of them for $1. So
I know, but you gotta go with the Chinese. You gotta just drop a little money. Casby, we have a great panel, but I gotta say this: in this season, as a single man, you can't come across as cheap. Like, you can't do it, Cassie. I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm not gonna let you do it in this season. You have to just pay an extra $1 for paper plates.
You know what? I receive it. I receive it. I receive it.
I microwave something on styrofoam and literally burn my fingers getting it out. And I'm like, see, that's why I should be using paper anyway. So we'll talk about that more. So let's talk about this panel. Listen.
Let's talk about it.
I know you guys already see what the title is, so hopefully you've invited somebody. This topic is so powerful for everybody because it's something we all struggle with. We all wrestle with. We're calling it faith and fatigue, church life balance, work life balance, parent life balance. Those of you who are married, spouse life balance. Those of you who dating, boo life balance. Wait, is that a word? Boo life balance.
I like that.
I like that. I like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with courting and courtship. That's how you get
for that one. I got a point.
No, you writing it down? Mm-hmm. You right? Oh, so you're gonna text her that? That's what you're gonna do?
No,
okay. So anyway,
okay.
I want to help you balance your life.
Okay.
So, but it's important for us. We all do a lot of different things. So we're gonna talk to some people that's within our campuses who are pretty busy, just like you guys are. We don't know everything you do. I don't want to take for granted that you don't have anything to do, and even if you work from home, people are really busy, and we're trying to figure out, Lord, how do we fit it all in? So, Casby, introduce this panel today.
Well, I'm going to introduce. Let's see. Who do we want to bring to the table? We're going to bring the first. I know who I want to bring out first. All right, this individual, I love her. 9 times out of 10, she is leading us in worship, either in front of the camera or behind the camera. You give her a mic, you're guaranteed to talk in tongues.
Okay, come on, tongues.
Like you guaranteed for that to happen, right? She is anointed at what she does. She's just anointed. I love her. I love her. I call her one of my sisters in Christ. She's fun to hang out with, and we have great conversations all the time. That's none other than the great, dynamic, one of Indiana's baddest directors in the state as a child.
Baddest.
When I was a teenager, we loved to watch this sister direct the choir. Like, she can direct. She used to direct at the councils all the time. Her name is none other than Pastor Dana Blackburn.
Come on down, Pastor Dana.
Praise the Lord, everybody, and everybody praise the Lord.
Listen, I was hoping you weren't going to fall asleep. He introduced you for 5 minutes. He must love Pastor Dana. She directed the council. She used to like Jell-O. She ate ranch and I'm like, Casby.
She from Muncie, Indiana. Wait, but time out. Her brother preached a message 2 weeks ago. Bruh.
Oh, she come from a preaching family? Okay.
A preaching family.
Preaching, singing, directing,
teaching, hospitality.
Right, everything.
Listen, we got some more people backstage.
Thank you for being here. I'm honored to be here.
We are honored that you're sitting with us right now, Pastor Black. We got some more people we're gonna bring up to the stage. Right. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my little bro, right? My little bro. He called me Big Bro. I call him Little Bro. He is one of the men of KAM that has rise to the occasion during this pandemic. He keeps, if he's in your presence, he's gonna keep it 100 with you. Let's just put it out there and say, if you're thinking it, he's gonna say it, right?
Yeah,
that's just who he is, and we thank God for him. I love his approach to life and to God. That's none other than my little brother. I'm not saying that. Somebody pray for our producers backstage right now, okay? Just
somebody say one of the chocolate brothers in KAM. That's what they said. This could be a twofold ministry. So far, the single people gonna be on here. This could be twofold. This could help him get to where he needs to be in life.
Just click on those names and go into those DM boxes. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. We didn't say that. We sorry. We're going to behave. Listen, this is my little bro. None other than the great deacon in training, LOL, Carrington Murray.
Woo!
Yo, what's up? Bro.
Come
Not
on,
a
bro.
DJ.
He said, bro. Okay.
What's going on, man?
That's my Detroit driver. We ride up to Detroit together. We ride out.
I love it.
Listen, we got one more. Shonda got me doing all this talking today. I need my water.
Y'all know I still don't have my mic. I don't know where my mic is. This is my second week without my mic.
But let's get this educated, saved brother who's been around for got roots down in apostolic, right? All up in KAM Detroit. Everybody love him. He's a faithful brother to Christ. You just look. You cannot go to the Detroit campus and not see this brother. It's like it won't happen. Y'all give it up for my brother, my friend, the elder Sean Kelly.
Come on,
everybody. Good to be back. Praise him.
He's an educated educator, an educated educator. Wait a minute.
Educated educator. That's good. I like that. Double E.
So this is so exciting. We have this wonderful panel, but this is only part one. There will be two parts to this faith life balance. Two parts to this. This is just part one. So what we want to do to start off with part one, we want each of you to go around. We're going to start with Pastor Blackman. Tell us a little bit about some of the things that you juggle. We all have a juggling act here in ministry and here in life. What are some of the things you juggle, and how do you make it happen, Pastor Blackman?
Well, praise the Lord, everybody. I've been doing the juggling act for several years. And it has become a normal juggling system for me. As you all know, I have one son, the anointed Austin Blackman. But we've been together, since he was 7 years old. I was that single parent that had to do everything, had to go to the games, the choir rehearsal, the Bible class, anything that was going on at the church, I had to do. But thank God he gave me that enthusiasm and excitement to do what he created me to do. So I think that's the one thing that has really kept me doing what I'm doing, and not having that fatigue a whole lot because I love what I do. So it has never been that fatigue. I want to quit. This is too much for me. It's always just kind of been, just even growing up in my house, and for the 6 children, my mother, father, we're the Brady bunch, 3 boys, 3 girls, and we always did. We love church. So, but yes, of course, you do have that fatigue sometimes. But
tell us about some of the things you do now in the church. What do you do in the church?
Well, I've kind of backed up a little on a lot of things. And one thing that I've done, and I didn't know how to do it, was to give, to turn it over, and let someone else do it.
Delegation.
So because, so I'm like, oh, I'll do it. Oh, I can do it. I can do it real quick. But delegating has become my friend. So I'm like, okay, I can go travel. Oh, I can go see my mother. I can go see my father. So that delegating has been a great tool for me. So that's why I'm now able to be a little free to do what I can do. Travel.
Thank you for sharing. And then one thing about you, you mentioned, you had your son and you were a single mom, so that's difficult. But then as we age, you also start to take care of your parent. So you kind of revert from taking care of your child. Then as you age, you also take care of your parent.
Absolutely. And did not know, and something, even with this pandemic going, didn't know that this was going to be my new assignment. So some of those that were in the pandemic, they were able to kind of snap back. And if they had a COVID, they were able to snap back. But my mother wasn't. My father, he didn't have a problem, but my mother did have a problem. She just had some other situations going on, illnesses. But my mother had that other serious condition. So that's what we're going back and forth to Georgia just to take care of her. But it has been a great, just even good, just to bring our relationship back. We did have some problems here or there, but it's bringing our relationship back, and I just love it.
That's
Beautiful.
Continue to pray for her, though.
Thank you, Pastor Dana, for sharing that. What about you, Sean? We know that you're an educator and you don't have kids, but look, you got a lot of stuff going on too. Tell us some of the things you do in the church, some of the things you do outside of the church, and how do you pull it all together?
Yeah, so don't have kids, but I do have my fur baby. You all probably saw right before y'all introduced me. I had to run off. A dog started jumping on my leg because they had to go pee. So I we can run back. But yeah, church, I kind of jokingly say, what haven't I done? I think the only ministry I never officially joined was the usher board. And
Me too.
So right now, music ministry, Ministers Alliance, men's ministry, a little bit with the youth, Vacation Bible School. I'm just in.
He's the principal. He's the principal for VBS.
When we were in person, of course, that was a more active role. But yeah, on the Detroit side, I was kind of the principal for Vacation Bible School, and just kind of pulling all that together with my education background. So, not only teaching, but coaching my school's academic games team, and I'm part of the state academic games steering committee, and then just other educational things that I'm involved with, plus just trying to, have a life, go to a movie, you just got to figure out how to make it all work.
That's dope.
All right. Thank you, Sean. That is very important. I know academic games. I've seen you in action. So academic games is a really big thing. I don't know if that happens everywhere. People really know what that is. Kind of explain what your role is in that. That's really a pretty big deal here in Detroit.
So academic games, it may kind of put you in the mindset of that new talk show. What is it? College Bowl game show, not talk show, but there's this game show called College Bowl. That would probably give you the best idea of it, except these are actual board games. So kids are competing against kids from other schools regionally. Then there's a state competition, and then you could possibly qualify for a national competition. And these are games from math, social studies, English, current events, all kinds of topics. And some it's just a lot of information to memorize. But then some, when you get to that math part, you just need to know how to work that stuff out. And you're competing against time and other students to try to bring your team back those trophies.
That's it. And
I think Noah's trying to get your attention, bro. Is that Noah back there talking to you? I feel like I heard Noah talking. Your dog.
Is that your dog? Is that your dog?
Oh, yeah. Max. His name is Max. I hear him barking outside trying to get back in. But yeah.
You done put the baby out. The fur baby out.
Tell Max to calm down. He want to be on lunch break with us.
Right.
Carrington, what you got going on? What they call him, the dark chocolate brother? Okay, what you got going on, man of God? Tell us.
You're going to get me in trouble, man. No.
I know. In between DM surfing, tell us, how do you pull it all together?
Here we go. No, man. I'm a really chill guy. I don't really do a whole lot. My life revolves around photo and video. Media, technology is kind of my life. So my day job, I am a engineer, video production engineer. And then obviously I work for KAM, and then I have another job as well. And then I also have a business. And all of those entities revolve around media, technology, photo, and or video. So yeah.
So let's just dive right into this conversation. Let's leave the shallow part, right? Let's go into the middle of Lake Michigan, right? Do we keep ourselves so busy that we don't make time for dating? Let's just go.
He went right in the middle. Let me grab a life jacket.
Put your life jacket on. Like I think sometimes do we become so busy? Have we become so used to being single that we make ourselves busy to take up time?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Everybody scared of what to say. Pastor Dana, you could go. I'll let you break the ice, and then I'll give my 2 cents.
I have to say, there was a couple of reasons why I stayed single. I just didn't think of that other part of my life because of my past relationship, that it ended in a way that I didn't want to go back to doing that again. It was a hurt that I didn't want to feel that anymore. So I guess I just had that in play so much that it just took. I said, I'm going to work. Okay. Don't worry about it. I'll do it. I'll come to. I'll open up the door. I'll come to. So I didn't think about that getting into a relationship. So that was like that for years until I said, you know what? Nope. I'm not going to do that. I know God has somebody for me. I even had to even get it out of the fear of traveling, getting on the plane, because everything was just here. Nope, I don't want to go anywhere because I don't want to see anybody. I don't, so, but I had to break that. So, yes.
That's powerful though, Pastor Dana. Yeah. We do that. Sometimes pain causes us to dive into our work. Right. I had to ask one of my friends who is a workaholic, and she lives on the East Coast, so she works all the time and she works from home. And I had to do a life check on her and said, do you work because you're trying to avoid something? So sometimes we can do that. And then in doing that, if we do it in the church, we can turn around and kind of be a little bit salty at the church and say, well, man, the church took up all our time. Right. I know we've heard that. People will say, man, they got me doing so much, especially the single people. We can be honest. Sometimes the single people are leaned on a little bit more heavy than the married people to do things in the church. I've had my own personal testimony. I've had guys tell me, you so busy. Do you have time for a relationship? You so busy. Like, clearly.
How do they say it? How do they say it? What?
You too busy. Do you have?
If they talk like that,
Catherine, can I mute him? Who can mute him? Like, I'm sick of not having the ability to mute him week to week. Like, when am I going to be able to? So he don't shake his head. I'm shaking my head. But I've literally had men tell me, I don't have time. Do you have time? Men want to make sure you have time for them and maybe to cook or whatever. I don't know. But I do think it's important for us, personally, I have been in situations where even married, when I was previously married, where we did not have a work-life balance. We did not have a church-life balance. We gave too much time to too many different things and didn't leave any time. But let me say, I understand how to compartmentalize my life. And yes, I understand. Pastor Dana said that word, delegation. And I understand how to say no and not be too stressed, because I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Some of the reasons why these people be so mean in church is because y'all overwhelmed. Y'all mean because y'all overwhelmed.
Absolutely.
Let's ask Brother Sean and Brother Carrington the question. Let's ask. So, do you feel overwhelmed in church? Like, do you have a balance? Like, or are you comfortable? I think sometimes you can be comfortable doing all this work. Like, what does that balance look like for you? Like.
Yeah, so I'm honestly like the opposite of Shonda, right? So I work to stay out of trouble. Right?
Absolutely.
Well, testify.
I need to be in the church, right? So it is it's like an escape, right? It's not always a
That's
bad
Bible.
for me.
That's Bible.
For me, it's not like a bad thing to be worked all the time because it's for ministry. That's just my mindset. But am I overwhelmed? Do I get overwhelmed? Yes. No lie. Is it like stressful? Yes. Do I want to quit sometimes? Yes. Have I walked out? Yes. So I think that you just, and for me, the balance for me, the question is, let me just focus. So the balance for me is sleep, right? Understanding that sleep is vital for your mind, right? Because if you don't get enough sleep, you're cranky. When you feel cranky, you start thinking crazy, and when you start thinking crazy, your mind starts to feel it even more. Your body starts to feel it even more. It's a spiral effect. So that's the number one thing for me is sleep, and then just being around and staying positive, right? Because you can love what you do, but if you're surrounded around negative people, it's like,
preach.
It's draining. Like, what am I doing this for? I know I like to do this thing. I know I love to serve in whatever avenue your ministry is, but if the people that are around you, if you are a leader, then you should be encouraging those people, first of all. And then second of all, if you are part of a ministry and you don't have a positive mindset, then you're not only affecting yourself, but you're affecting the people that are working around you. So
That's good.
That's the things for me is sleep, staying positive, and then there's some other stuff, but I keep it brief.
Thank you. That's good. We don't want you to quit. So we have to self-correct. Everybody doesn't have a coach, a friend, a buddy, a therapist. Sometimes we have to self-correct because we don't want people to get, you have a love for the ministry. Some people are in church and they love the church. They don't necessarily have the love for the work. So when you have the love for the work and then you're spiritually minded, it keeps you going. But then when you look at the flesh and then you feel busy, you might want to leave and you might want to quit. So it's always, a perfect balance of spirituality as well as the flesh as well.
I might give you a little pushback on that just because okay. Because I think it's important sometimes to take a step back. Like if it requires you to walk out, we don't want you to, no.
For sure.
But if you have to, in order for you to stay sane and stay holy, I think that's okay, right?
That's okay. As long as you don't slam the door behind you. As
long as you don't slam the door behind you, right?
He's a forgiving God. I
slammed a couple doors before. And this is just me. I might be wrong, y'all, but I think it's a healthy thing to understand your limits, right? And then knowing whether or not you can take so much, because not everybody has that same pain tolerance as the other person. So that's just my thought.
Can I say something too?
Please.
Even at the national convention, we had some workshops that. And First Lady Dockery was talking about the sabbaticals. She said it's not wrong. She said if you feel that you're burnt out, take a break.
Yeah.
She said because it's going to help you and it's going to help that ministry. Because just as Brother Carrington was saying, you can get so stressed, you'll start, doing things and not knowing, that you're kind of
snapping at people.
Yeah. Like me, sometimes I haven't did the breaks, and I do have another name. And I think all of us have another name. But when I just say, hey, Diana's coming out, and they'll come like, okay, but I didn't want Diana to come out all the time, but she did. But I should have thought it's time to
pull back.
So is somebody said dirty Diana, because she might not be as nice. Dirty.
Well,
Brother Sean, what about your balance? What is balance?
So one thing Carrington said that kind of stuck out to me when he talked about how your body can respond. One thing I know about me is that my body, when I'm overwhelmed, even if I don't feel it, my body does, and my back will lock up. And I can remember there have been several Sundays in the past where I'm trying to direct the choir and can barely move my back. So I think it's very important to understand your limits, know what works for you. So because I learned that about myself, I'm good to kind of step back, know if I'm doing too much. I am good for taking a nap. Good at taking naps because I can get me a nap in, which is another reason I love my teacher hours. I can get home, I can give me a nap, and I can still make it to Bible class or rehearsal on time. I'm not getting that nap in. But it definitely helps me to kind of refocus, rejuvenate my body, let my body rest because it needs to kind of get over all of that. And a lot of times I think we don't understand that even if we're not mad, even if we enjoy what we're doing, we're enthused about it and we're doing it, with a cheerful heart, your body still takes on the pressures of it. Yes. I was telling somebody earlier today, being back in the classroom for the first time, and I don't know when, I was exhausted yesterday. I realized that it's because now there's a different energy, give and take with kids in my room. And whereas when I wasn't seeing kids every day, I didn't really need my naps like I used to. But these 3 days that school has been in, guess who took a nap every day?
You getting a nap. You getting a nap.
Rest. Yes, I need that rest. So for me, that's kind of how I found my balance. I plan breaks, if that makes sense. So, sometimes it may be 3 weeks out, I might put in my calendar that I'm going to, do this on this particular day. And if somebody says, hey, you want to do something? Can you do this, that, and the other? I look at my phone like, oh, no, I'm not free that day. And it could just be that I made that a day for me to go to the movies.
That's good.
To do that, otherwise, I'm no good to anybody.
John, I
can't do that anyway.
I heard that for the first time from Lady Gaze about a year and a half ago. I want to say it was prior to the pandemic. And I've never forgotten it, and I've used it for myself. A personal Sabbath. She says she takes her personal Sabbath, and I have done that. So when I'm off, also when I'm on vacation for everything. I was just on vacation. Several ministry leaders contacted me about something that they wanted to talk about or whatever. And I told them, I'm on vacation. When I'm on vacation from life, just like work, I'm literally on vacation. And then my Sabbath is Saturday. So no, I do not take, I shouldn't say this because the board members are probably watching, but there's a board, our youth board, man, they meet for hours, and I try to get all my information to them and get in because Saturday is my day. There's some things that I have to do, but it's very important. If you don't carve out time, that time will be carved out for you. And I know in order for me to maintain, and sometimes I have to catch up on work on Saturday. So that's why it's important. Saturday is my day. My kids know you can't find me Saturday afternoon. I'll see you. I'll text you. So it's important, everybody, to make sure we take our Sabbath, make sure we stick to what you are responsible for your own self. Even though a question came up, our producers and support team, have some great questions and feedback that you guys can't always see. And Norm brought up something. How do you tell your ministry leader? How do you tell your pastor you need to take a break?
We all been in Kingdom Apostolic with Bishop, right? They go
right.
Get your little finger together, tip away. But then we're gonna kind of close with everybody kind of giving your two cents on that. How do you properly step back and take a break? Now, we're not talking about no 90-day. We ain't talking about no medical leave, no FMLA. But every now and then you might need it. So everybody, let's just take 1 or 2 minutes before we close, because this is a good topic. We all need to do this. And remember, this is only part 1. We're going to do another part. But everybody, give us like a minute and a half. Tell us, how do you properly step back and take a break? What does that look like?
So one line that I use, and y'all can't use it now because I'm going to tell you I did it. Sometimes you just got to go to the word. But no, when I took a break from the choir, I just kind of let it known that I'm working every Sunday. I would just like to sit and get the word and be refreshed and be restored so that I can be better in ministry. I mean, it's kind of jokingly, but
but that's not,
your spirit is tired because you're so busy doing the work. You're not even really getting the ministry that's happening, that you're helping to put on. You're feeding others, but you're so busy, it's not even feeding you. So sometimes it's just, you know what? I need to sit and get a couple Bible classes in to refresh myself so that I have something to give back.
Thank you, Sean.
I'll just say it like this. I and I love our pastor. He's a workaholic, and so I will just kind of tell him I'm tired. And I need a break. I need a, and he'll say, Dana, yes, go ahead and take that break. But no, seriously, I do say I'm just tired, and so I do. He said that's why I tell you to make sure you have your some people that's helping you, and I do, and I just go to them, and I have a good team that helps me. As I just even went to Georgia celebrating my nephew's wedding, I said, Carl, I need you. Pastor Blackman, whatever you need, whatever. And I, because I don't do it a whole lot, and that's why I think they do. And I think sometimes they want me to go, just go ahead, leave. I think that's what they want to say. They don't want to say it to me like that, but they like, just go, But that's. So I'll just be honest. I'm tired.
All right. Thank you, Pastor Dana. I think that's important to tell people, hey, I got to go. What about you, Carrington? You slamming the door?
Nah, but I'll leave, though. I'll let somebody know. You know what I mean? Hey, I need you to go ahead and do this for me real quick or whatever. Because, we need our worship, too. You know what I mean? Like Shine said, like Pastor Blackman said. We need to worship, too. And, yes, we work. A lot of us work during worship hours or what have you. So, I just, hey. And then if you have the team, like Pastor said, you have the team and you delegate it, then you should be worry-free. And I just leave. I mean, hey, what they gonna do? What they gonna do? They gonna stop me? No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, I just that's what happens, man. I don't really leave that much, so I really can't fully answer the question fully because I'm always there. But there is a team that God has blessed me with to fill in the shoes for me. So if I needed to at any point, then it's done.
Well, communication is key. That's what it sounds like. If we communicate with the people that we support, the people that support us, that is very good. Like in basketball, you have to have a good bench. I can't play all the roles. Make sure that you have a good bench. I don't even really know what that means. Somebody suggested that. I don't even play sports. So I'm just going to assume that means you got to. But look, you gotta have people to back you up. Like Gladys Knight had the Pips. That's what it is. You gotta get. I know that. You gotta have a good backup. Well, thank you so much. Hasn't this been a nice panel, Cass?
This has been a great panel. We enjoyed the conversation with everyone today. We're gonna wrap this up. It's been a great lunch break. I'm gonna leave that to Trusty Golden.
Okay, before they leave, I don't know what y'all. I know y'all have to watch the lunch break because you on here. Y'all got to give a little praise cam. You know how we had the shoe cam on Wendy Williams. We want to give a little praise cam. Give something to say bye. Get up and do a little something. Little praise. Okay, Pastor Dana. Hey. Okay. Oh, he got his sanitizer. Why did Carrington put his beard in the cam? That's a flesh cam. That's a flesh cam. We're gonna have to cut his mic too. All right, thank y'all. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.
Hey everyone. Y'all have a great lunch. Thank you.
All right, another good show. I guess I'll give you guys a song and a quick motivational minute. And we're gonna get out of your way. So I'm gonna give you guys an oldie but goodie. The millennials, y'all probably heard of Milton Brunson. So we like switching it up. We give y'all the newest songs. We're gonna give you an older song. This song we all know. It's called For the Good of Them. For the Good of Them is the song that I'm gonna leave you with. Please click on the song. Play this song. And the reason why I chose this song is because this scripture has been on my mind. And I want to read the scripture to you. It's a very familiar passage. You guys all know it. It says, Romans 8:28 says, and we know that all things work together for good for those who love God and those who are the called according to his purpose. So this song says, for the good of them who love God. Sometimes the enemy wants us to think that all of these things, bad things, are happening to us. These things, money, bad, we got problems, bills happening to us, bad health is happening to us. Maybe our family has family problems. Maybe you don't have a job. Maybe you've got work issues and you thinking, God, why are all these things happening to us? But the Bible says all things work together for good. So the things that you think are happening to you, actually they're happening for you because God is going to work it for your good. In so many situations, I can look back and I say, Lord, why did that have to happen to me? And in the end, God turned it around and it worked out for my good. So please listen to this song, encourage yourself, and know that it's not happening to you, but it's happening for you. Casby, where you at? You on mute. You on mute. What you talking about? You on mute. Get off of mute, Casby. You still on mute. You are on mute.
You came back too quick. I wasn't ready.
You was impressive. What you thought? You thought I should have said I won't be before you long. That's what I should have said. Then you would have known.
I enjoyed being here with you today. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed it. But I enjoyed it.
This is so unprofessional. This is what we do behind the scenes. I got popcorn. You got press. The Saints is so greedy. But
it's lunch break.
It's so nice to be here with you. Hopefully everybody will remember that they really need to take a break when you get a chance and don't overwhelm yourself. But please do work for the Lord because it's important.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, you have a good night. We'll see you next time. Have a good afternoon. Have a good lunch. Bye-bye.
Love you guys.